welcome to Haunted but True Story Time. Well, the stories are true, but the characters are family, and friends. You guys, basically. If you're new to my page, please hit that subscribe button in the corner of this video, and please hit that bell so you can get notified every time I drop a live or drop a video. If you're a part of the replay game, please close the door. When I say close the door, that means thumbs up live. Please close the door. And if you would like to be included in one of these story times, you already know how to do that by sending your auntie tips through the super thanks below, and you can be included in story time. And thank you in advance. Now to speak to everybody that's actually here that hasn't closed the door. Let me see. Hey Lakeisha, hey Marcus. Marcus, are we being safe or we carelessly driving? Hey Tay Tay, hey Louisiana Cajun girl. Why y'all ain't jumped in the family yet? What's going on, Louisiana Cajun girl? Come on now. Hey Maya, hey Kay, hey Regina, hey Day. Day, why you ain't in the family either? It's $1.99. It's baller budgetable. It's cheaper than a set of lashes. It ain't gonna cut into your baby ice cream money. It's not gonna cut into your blunt change and no good stuff like that. Yeah. So join the family, okay, you guys? Come on now. We ain't gonna have too many more bedrooms left. Thank you, Tay Tay, so I can go ahead and post that. Hey, Cherry Blossom. Hey, Miss D. Hey, China. Hey, Dion. Hey, Jasmine. Hey, Trucker. Are we being safe? What we doing? Are we recklessly driving or are we being safe? Hey, Deja. Sweet Tea, you back. Oh, we are so glad to see you made it back safely, back from out of town. Hey, love. Glad to see you home. I hope you unpacked your stuff. I hope you didn't just throw all your junk in the room on the floor because you do share rooms with people, honey. Don't be nasty. Hey, roll them out of my shoes. Hey, Strawberry. Roll them out. Strawberry, why y'all ain't in the family? What's up? What's going on? It's baller budgetable. Cheapest package I have is $1.99. It's not gonna cut into any other things that you do on the normal activities. Let's see. Hey, Roxana. Hey, Chastain. Hey, Nakia. Hey, Reality. Hey, Kadisha. Yes, girl, where you been? Y'all can go outside and take all them missing flyers down. Khadijah found her way home, y'all. We can start looking for her. Take your shirts. You can get rid of all that, honey. Girl, we done posted flyers and shirts with your face on, like, where our family, Khadijah. Putting you on the back of the all kind of milk carton, girl. What is going on? Welcome back, and you need to go and get in the family too, boo. A whole trip. Hey, Lady Michelle, you ain't in the family either. Like, what's going on? What's going on, people? $1.99, smallest package. Let me see. Nina, what? You like 49 down? What? You like 49 down? That means you got more late too. Don't put no holes in my wall, girl. Okay. Hey, Suki, hello. Okay, so Truck, you driving? Okay, so you just listening tonight. That's fine. Let's see what else. Took here. Okay. All right. So, welcome to Story Time, you guys. Please go up and close the door. Y'all have not been gone that long. Please go up and close the door. We ain't been gone that long. We ain't been that long since we see each other. Y'all got manners. Go close the door. If you don't know what I mean when I say close the door, that means thumbs up the live. Yes, thumbs up the live.
And put thumbs up in the chat.
Not yet. So we're going to get ready to start this story time in 4 minutes. So this is the time where you're going to get everything you need for story time. You know, everything you need. Your wine, your shot glasses, all that good stuff, you know, your twisties, everything you need for story time. Put your coochie critters in a room, let them watch SpongeBob or whatever comes on TV right now, Coco Melon, whatever the case may be. Put your baby in that time down tight so they can be somewhere out of your way and you won't miss story time. Now, if you're wondering how you can be in story time, there are 3 ways you can be in story time. The first way you can be included in story time is to become a member. That is a membership. To become a new member, and the membership is the smallest package I have is $1.99 a month. So if you become a member, your name will automatically be put in the story time and you will have a special thank you from me on the community page. That is one way you can be in story time. The second way you can be included in story time is any tip over $10 will automatically get you put in story time, okay? So that is the second way. And the last but not least way to get in this thing is any biggest tipper. Biggest tip starts at $35. Whoever has the biggest tip at the end of the night will be put in 3 back-to-back story time. So those are 3 ways you guys can be included in story time, just to let you guys know. Yes, so we're going to start story time in 2 minutes, so hurry up and get everything you need. Sweet Tea, I told you, break you by, you slamming doors, this shit around here, you break you by, and I already let you know. Ken, hi love, you was almost late. You was almost late. The street lights almost caught you, but yeah, you was almost late. You was almost late. All right, we miss you too, Kadisha. Yes, you been gone, missing in action. They didn't put no, smoke signal in the air. Hey, family, I'm still breathing. Nothing along them lines. We just out here making fucking flyers, looking for your punk ass, and you just right here just taking deep breaths, and not telling people you still breathing. Girl, that's the plan. My plan is to watch The Evil Dead. That shit how though, like $20. I think it's like $20 to watch right now. So my plan was to wait for it to calm down because I ain't got $20 to spend on the movie, but I'm pretty sure it is well worth the $20. Hey Livonia. Yes, you was almost late, girl. You was almost late. You slid through that door before it closed. Good. You was almost late. Hey Jessica. Yes, Jessica, your ass been missing too. Yeah, find you a seat in the front of the class so you don't miss class no more. And you need to be a part of the family. What's going on? Why you not a part of the family? The smallest packages is $1.99. What's going on, Jessica? What's going on, Jessica? Yes, I'm pretty sure it's worth the $20, but I ain't got it like that. So yeah.
Y'all, guess what? So
you got 1 minute to get this story out before story time starts, so you better start quick. Go.
So basically, y'all, I'm over here minding my business or whatever, and I'm in my room and I'm like, dang, I haven't touched my little Xbox in a while. Cause like
that's your definition of fast? That ain't how fast we talk. We talk faster than that. Come on.
They need to understand me.
Girl, they understand you talk fast. They understand me talk fast.
Oh, I want to spare them.
Oh my God. Well, you come back on the intermission, then you want to take all that time with the arms and oohs and bees and shit.
Basically, I forgot I had a whole little Xbox in the room, and my uncle had given it to me as like a little gift. And I asked my sister, did she have a remote controller for it? Because I didn't have a remote controller for it. She was like, oh yeah, I got one. She got me this little pink remote controller, and it matches my whole little aesthetic because my mom got me everything pink, right? So I'm over here getting into using it, and it's just not working out. But she also gave me a black controller, and I use the black controller, and it's working. And then I'm over here trying to connect to Xbox Live, and it's like, you needed a little adapter. I'm like, I need an adapter. My Xbox has never needed an adapter before. And it was like, yeah, you need an adapter if you want to get Xbox Live and if you want your Xbox to work properly. I'm like, oh my gosh.
So take a picture of the adapter, send the adapter to me so I can know what that really for we're gonna get.
No. I can use that money on better stuff. No, I'll send you something else.
You're ready. Alrighty, guys. That story was told in 1 minute. That's how fast we talk around here. We just have to slow it down for y'all sometimes. But that's how fast we talk around here. Okay. We're about to get ready to start the story time. So if you guys are ready to start the story time, you got everything you need. Your cookie, your cakes, your pies, your coochie curls are in the room, strapped down, watching TV and not bothering you. Let's get them thumbs in the chat. Let me know you guys are ready. Give them thumbs. And I also need y'all to thumbs up the live. Come on and thumbs up the live because some of y'all ain't thumbing up the live. And if I have to tell your cousin to move to the left, to the right, and just to call you out, I will. So I don't think I won't. Giving them thumbs. The math ain't math. And it's 39 of y'all in here and I ain't got no thumbs. So look at your device. If you haven't thumbs up the live, you the problem, okay? So I'm gonna need 2 thumbs. Yes. And if you do, come on in. You speak in the chat. Say hello to everybody. We gonna speak back. Ryan, you slid through that door right before Nino closed. You was almost late, boo. But I'm glad you made it in here on time. Yes. Give them thumbs. Thumbs up the live. Let me see. Alrighty, guys. Yes, give it a thumbs. So our first story has Nino, Ken to a T, and Wanda. Are you guys in here? I'm taking roll call. Nino, Wanda, and Ken to a T. Roll call. I'm gonna need y'all to say present here or something along those lines. Close the door, thumbs up live. Let me get them thumbs. Ken's in the building. Okay. Let me see what comment was. Hold on, let me see. You talking about the Evil Dead? And I don't see no other one after that. But all I want to see is the Evil Dead present. Nino's present. King King to a T is present. Wanda, where's Wanda? Mm. Wanda's not in the building. Alrighty. Well, we got to get ready to start this story time. Like here it goes. You guys ready? Okay. So here we go. Like I said, our story has Wanda, King Ken to a T, and Nino. And on last week we spoke about cult stories. So y'all said y'all want a few cult stories that I had. So I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all one of those cult stories. So pucker up, hold on to your ass, cause here you come. All right. Okay. All right. So Wanda, King Ken, and Nino. Like to hear here it goes. So Nino and King Ken had been married for like 4 or 5 years at the time of this situation. They had been married like 4 or 5 years, and life was good. And King Ken had life was good. Everything was great. Her husband was happy. She was happy, and they was ready for the next step of having a baby. But unfortunately, they kept trying, and she just couldn't have a baby. So, Nino was also, in the background questioning what his purpose was. Why can't he have a child? He need direction. He trying to figure this out. Okay, cool. So one day, him and King King go to the grocery store, and as they get down into the grocery store, they notice a man standing on the corner, and he's speaking to a crowd of people. And there's other kids like running around passing out flyers, and he's speaking to these people. And Nino tell King King to a T, "You go on into the grocery store and shop, and I'm gonna sit out here and see this clown out here hollering about." So she like, "Okay, babe." And she goes in that grocery shop. Now, Nino goes over to the crowd, and he's listening to what the man's saying, and what the man is saying is kind of resonating with what Nino been thinking about. Man is like, "Have you been looking for your purpose in life?" So Nino started to gravitate towards the front of the crowd so he could hear the man. The man realized Nino was coming closer and closer. He knew he had Nino. So he started talking directly to Nino. You know what I'm saying? "Have you been having problems in your personal life? That just seem like it just won't get right no matter how hard you try, you can't get what you want." And Nino thinking to himself, "Yeah, man, that's exactly what I've been going through." You know what I'm saying? So the dude keep talking, and by the time King King comes out the store, Nino comes over to King King, and he like, "Let's go, babe." He was like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna start going to hear him speak." You know what I'm saying? What he was saying was resonating with me. He sounded like, he had a plan for us. So I'm gonna start, going to listen to him speak. Now King King didn't find no problem with that. She asked Nino what was going on, and told her he just looking for a purpose in life. He didn't know what was going on. He just needed to find something. Okay, cool. So King King didn't have no problem with that. And started going to these speakings. Now, a few months after this, Nino has fully digested the Kool-Aid. Do you hear me? So Nino comes in the house and he tells King King, "Look, what we finna do is we finna sell the house. We finna sell, everything in the house. We finna sell everything, and we're gonna put it in the bank. We're gonna save the money, let it collect interest, because we move into a rent-free apartment." And King King's like, "What? What do you mean?" He's like, "This apartment is rent free. The pastor says he want me to be closer to him. He want to make me a part of his flock and everything. So he invited us to come stay in these apartments that he have, and we're gonna be staying rent free. So all the stuff that we sell and all the money that comes from it, we can put it in the bank, and it can save and collect interest, because the pastor wants us to have an abundance of income. So he don't want to take no money from us, because I know you're probably thinking this is a scam and he want to take money from us. No, he don't want to take the money from us. He wants us to put the money in the bank so it can collect interest, and we can have an abundance of income, babe. But we're going to stay in a rent-free apartment. Are you down? You going to follow your husband?" King started weighing up. Rent-free, we could save a lot of money doing that. An apartment, we have to downgrade from a house to an apartment, but it'll make my man happy. Let's do it. Just tell Nino, let's do it. So Nino like, "Bet." So they sell everything, the house and everything. He put all this money in the bank. He's like, "Let's go, babe." So they get on the bus and they catch the bus to a rural part of town, and they get off, and somebody comes to pick them up in a car and drives them even further into this podunk ass town, right? They get in there, and it's like it's a building with 3 floors. Okay, like it may be an old defects building when they first started the song. It was just a building with 3 floors. So instantly, King King is like, what? Where's the apartment, baby?" He's like, "It's the apartment. Come on." So the people come in. They tell them like, "Come on, we're gonna show y'all, where we're gonna be living." So they get there, or whatever, and they go in the room, and it's one room, but it's already a couple in this room. And they tell Nino, you and your wife are going to be staying in this room with this couple. And Nino said, yes, sir. And the man walks out and closes the door. So the dude that's in this room with this other woman, he's like, hey, do you say your name was Nino? He's like, yeah. Like, oh, okay. Hey, Nino, how you doing? You know, like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And then instantly, Ken is like, hello? Nino, what the hell is this? You said we was going to an apartment. She instantly started to go off. You said we was going to an apartment. This is not an apartment. I'm sharing a room with some people. Nino hauls off and slaps the taste out of Ken's mouth. Bah! Slap was so loud, everybody in the room froze. Like, stopped. Even the girlfriend of the other couple, they was just like froze. And then everybody started back doing what they were doing. Like, it was casual as fuck. Everybody just continued doing what they were doing. And the dude, you know, of course, Ken looks over at the dude like, you're not going to say anything or stop him? The dude looks over at Nino and he was like, now that's what I'm talking about, Nino. In his eyes, that's how he said we're supposed to handle these women. He looks at Ken and he tell her, you follow what your husband say. You don't talk back to your husband. Your husband is your king, and that's how you should act. And Ken knew that and she had fucked up. And Nino was like, real big shit. He was feeling himself. Hit Ken every time she had a question. Because he knew what nobody gonna do nothing. But time goes on. As time goes on, Nino get a promotion in ranks. They called everybody together, the whole, you know, everybody that's in this compound with them. He calls together to do a sermon. And at this sermon, he lets everybody know that Nino's being promoted in ranks. And because he's being promoted in ranks, Nino gets his own room and a new wife. Now, Ken knew because she saw in, you know, this ongoing that other men had more than one wife. But when she spoke with Nino about this shit, Nino always told her, even if they offered him a new wife, he would turn it down. Well, when they offered Nino the new wife, he took it. He brought the new wife in. They told him, they said, Nino, this is Wanda, your new wife. And Nino, grabbed her hand and everybody clapped. All the men clapped. All the women clapped. Ken was stuck. Are they fucking for real? Like, is everyone around here lost their damn mind? So Nino gets a room for him and his two wives. Now, behind closed doors, Nino didn't treat Wanda like a wife. Wanda was a lot younger than they were, so he treated Wanda more as a child, like his daughter. But when they was outside the closed doors, he had to hold her hand like she was his wife. He had to treat her in wife status when they was outside the door. Nino didn't feel comfortable having a second wife. Like he told her he didn't feel comfortable, but Nino didn't know what the consequences would be if he denied his second wife. So he took her in. And that's how they lived. It gets to a point where, she's getting, Wanda's getting tired. She keep talking to Ken about escape. And then Ken is telling her they're going to kill you. If you try to escape, you cannot escape. They're going to kill you, girl. Next day, armed guardsmen is what the pastor put around the property. He selected several men, gave them AKs, and sent them in several areas of the property. They put up fences so nobody could leave. You were no longer allowed to leave. It was gates, it was guardmen, it was all type of stuff. And now Ken is asking Nino questions, but she's not trying to be too forward with it. She's like, so Nino, if this is religion and whoever we worship, if he's supposed to keep us safe, why do we need all these guns and fences? And Nino's like, that's what Pastor wants, so that's what Pastor gonna do. So now we are in a compound for real. We're basically in a prison. They can't go nowhere. They're being watched everywhere they go. So people are moving throughout. And one night the pastor calls a meeting. And everybody got to come to the meeting. And he telling everybody, from now on, if you are late to the sermon, you will be executed. Because my Lord told me that if you're late, then you don't want to know about it. So I'm executing anybody that show up late to the meeting. People looking around like, is this motherfucker for real? But did nobody say nothing. Everybody just sat back and listened. And then he came to him and he said, and I also know, because of my Lord, he also told me every man in my flock is working with the devil to overthrow me. He said, but my Lord told me if I cut off the head of a snake, it'll die. So I'm going to execute the three main men that's been worshiping the devil You know what I'm saying? Someone's gonna come to your room and get you tonight so you can be executed. And every man in their eyes got big as shit. But Nino looked unfazed in the motherfucker. He was just chilling. So they sent everybody back to their rooms, and Nino and Wanda and King go back to the room, and King's like, babe, we need to go. Like, he could kill you tonight. We need to go. And Wanda like, I don't want to see anything happen to you, please, let's just go. And like, he wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wouldn't do that because I've never done anything to, talk shit against him. I've never done anything to cross him, so I'm not worried. I'm not gonna be one of the men. Sat back like I ain't worried. He got on the bed, laid down, and started watching TV. Sure as shit, they heard 3 shots that night. Bah, bah, bah. But Nino was not one of the men he called. So Nino was cool. He told him, he said, the Lord got, he telling him the right thing to do, and we're gonna follow everything he say. You know what I'm saying? If you insubordinate by not following it, I can just let it know, you know what I'm saying, and we can be done with it. One day King didn't say nothing else about it. They just stayed quiet. Well, time goes by, and then the pastor has another revolution. He calls everybody together. I got another revolution. My Lord has told me that there is a pregnant woman amongst my flock that is pregnant with the Antichrist that's been working with the devil to overthrow me. And I shall find and execute every pregnant woman in this camp. Every woman in there was like, what in the whole hell is he talking about? Now, the women that were already big and showing, they was taken off the rip. We ain't got a question if y'all are pregnant. But the women that weren't showing that could possibly be pregnant, those are the ones that, they had to be tested. So he told them, tonight we're going to get these women one by one, and we're going to test them all to see who's pregnant. He said, time your test shows up positive, you catching a bullet to the head. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? The men scared, nobody don't want to say anything, but he sends them all back to their room, so they all go back to their room. At this point, Nino comes back to the room, and he stole 2 of the pregnancy tests. Now, like I said, Nino isn't treating Wanda like one of his wives. He looked at her like one of his children, but Wanda also had a little dude she was fucking with in the compound. But for fear, just to be on the safe side, he wanted to get 2 to test both of them. So they get in now, and she, first Wanda goes and she takes the test, and Wanda test comes back negative. Like, okay, bet, you good. Don't worry about it. Even when they come to the door and they knock, you just walk out there proudly because you already know your test is negative. And we won't look like we, going against what the pastor's saying. Now, it's time for King to take the test. King takes the test. She sits it down on the sink. She comes out. She's talking to Nino. She's like, Nino, this is scary. Like, he finna kill a lot of women, a lot of pregnant women. Like, this is scary. We should go. And, like, we should be fine. And suddenly you hear, boom! You hear like somebody's door all the way down the hallway being kicked in. The man is screaming. The woman is screaming, no, no, no. You can hear him like ripping these women out of the rooms, trying to bring them down to be tested. But like, we good, because one test said negative, and your test said what? And she was like, oh, I left it in the bathroom. So Kiki goes in the bathroom. She gets the test. She's like, Nino. And Nino comes rushing in, and she's pregnant. And it's like right then, everything in Nino's world came crashing down on him. Like, he always wanted a child. He never thought he would get one, though. And now to know that he's got one and he about to lose both of them today, it's something snapped in Nino. Nino's like, no, we got to go. We got to leave right now. We got to go. So you can hear them working their way down the hallway, room for room, snatching pregnant women up out of the room, snatching women out to have them tested. Hearing gunshots off in the distance. Nino's coming up with a plan. Now, Wanda had already said she wanted to escape a while back, so Wanda had been walking this property. She had been watching certain areas that guards didn't go. She knew where all the weak spots was. She had even got out there and cut a hole in the fence one time, but she hadn't left because she didn't want to leave Kid and, behind. So, Nino like, we got to go. We got to go. So Nino slides open the window, and all 3 of them go out the window and run out into the tall grass. So they out in the tall grass, and they laying there because these lights are shining over the grass area, so they just laying down. From their window being open, they can hear somebody say, they're gone. All of a sudden, this loud siren goes off like they escaping prison. All these guardsmen start coming out and running. They over in the tall grass looking around for them, and they're getting close. Nino can see them. He can see the lights getting close. So he turns over on his stomach and he looks at King. He said, "You gotta go. You gotta go. Like, go now." So King and Wanda jumps up to run, but King steps on a rock or a pebble or something in the way, and she falls. She comes right back down on her knee. Bah! So now her knee is hurt. She want to scream out, but she'll give away the area. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, and he's like, "You good? Are you good? Are you good?" She's like, "No, my knee." And he's like, "Wanda." And Wanda comes back a little bit. He's like, "Wanda, just take her with you. Make sure she get out." And she's like, "What about you?" He's like, "I got this. Don't worry about it. Just make sure she get out." And Wanda was like, "Okay." He looks at, King. He tell her, "I'm sorry for everything. I love you. Get out of here. Call the police. Send them back here. Save me." You know what I'm saying? And he jumps up and he started running in the opposite direction of where they were laying. He just started running. And he started screaming, "Run, baby, run!" Motioning as if King that was in front of him running. So he's running to the left and he's motioning, "Keep running, baby, keep running." So all the guardsmen see him doing this, keep running. So they assuming King and Wanda is in front of him running and he's the last one behind. So they're chasing, they're shooting at Nino, and he's ducking and running. So while all the guardsmen are running to that left, Wanda helps King up, and they go on to the right. They go on through these little wooded area. She gets to the fence. They go through the fence. They go through the woods. They finally make it to like the real world. Like an hour and a half later, they make it to the real world. They do exactly what Nino told them to do. They call the police. Have to tell the police they came from the woods and to go in there. So the police did. When the police got there, they found Nino dead. They found 6 pregnant women killed execution style behind the compound. But everybody else were gone. The rest of the people, the rest of his followers, the pastor, everybody else was gone. Nino was found like linked to a tree. And he had been shot so many times that they could barely, even tell that was Nino. But Nino was killed and 6 other pregnant women were executed behind the building. And, of course, the pastor and everybody else was gone. So Wanda and, King was hurt and upset. And, he told them all the information that they possibly knew, about them. Like his name, they called him pastor. Nobody was ever really able to get close to him. We didn't really know this. They didn't really have no information on this man. Like nothing. Like this man was pretty much a ghost. They had nothing to really tell them. So the police investigated the building. They checked the building out and all that stuff. And you know what I'm saying? They didn't really find anything. And eventually, they move on. So King has her baby. Like 9 months after that, she has a baby boy. And her and Wanda stick together. Wanda didn't want to leave King. She looked at King like a mother for real. So when they, the baby got older, the baby was looking at Wanda like that's his sister. So they live a good life for 15 years. And then Nino Jr. gets to the age of 15. And one day he comes in the house and he looks at, King, real weird. He stares at her for a while, just looking at her like, and she keep asking him, "Baby, what's wrong?" And he like, nothing. Just kept staring at her. She, couldn't figure out what the fuck was wrong with him. And then he went into, Wonder room and he was like, "Wanda, if I ask you something, you tell me the truth." And Wanda was like, "Yeah, what do you need to know, little bro?" And he was like, but he never did say anything. He's like, "Never mind, because you're going to say something. Never mind." She's like, "No, I'm not." But he never did say anything. That night, they all go to sleep. That morning, when they get up, Junior ain't in his bed. Instantly, King flips the fuck out. Wanda, what happened? Where's your brother? She's like, "I don't know, Mom. I don't know." You know what I'm saying? Call the police, reported missing, saying he could have been kidnapped out of his bed. They don't know what's going on. So they reported him missing. The police is like, he's 15. He could have just left to be with a girlfriend. Don't take it too seriously. Come back and report it later. All kind of little bullshit. So, of course, Step and Wanda was like fucked up. They was trying to figure out where he had gone. Friends' houses. Did he go to school? Like, they trying to put this shit together. And then the phone rings. And King can't answer the phone. And it's Pastor. He says, hey, King, so I just want to let you know the lie you told my son didn't work. You thought you could just take my son and my daughter from me and I not find out about it. But I found out about it. And I know you took my daughter and my son from me. So I, let our son know who his real dad is. And she's like, what the fuck? What are that ain't your damn son. Like, what are you talking about? And he puts Nino Jr. on the phone. And Nino Jr. gets on the phone and he says, Mom, I can't believe you lied to me about my father all these years. And you kept me away from my real dad. But now I'm not coming to see you ever again. And he hung up the fucking phone. She couldn't believe that shit. What the fuck? She goes to the police, trace the call, try to figure out where the call came from. He's trying to brainwash my son. And of course, she ain't got no fucking information on this goddamn man. So they never did find Pastor or Nino Jr. At this point, Nino Jr. is grown with his own family and everything. Wanda says she feel like when she see every man, that has his features, she like, is that Nino? Could that be him? You know what I'm saying? But they never heard from Nino again. Yeah, so at this point, he will be grown as hell. Like right now, Nino will be in his 40s with his own family, doing his own thing. And King nor Wanda would know him if he walked past them on the fucking street. So that's the end of you guys' first story. This is your brief intermission where you get to go to the bathroom, get yourself a drink, retwist your twisties, refill your shot glasses, go over and tip your auntie, and meet me back here in 5 minutes for the last story of the night. Thank you, Chastain. Chastain said, look if you book. Look if you book. Thank you, Chastain. Wanda, Ken, and Nino, I hope you guys loved your story. Thank you, Miss D. Miss D said she booked Chastain. She said she booked. She already booked. What you talking about? Yeah. Thank you, Ken. Yeah. She never seen him again. She walked past me every day that she feel like could be Nino, but you'll seem like a crazy person if you ran up on every man you saw and was like, Nino, baby, is that you? So, I mean, what better story to put you in than the brazy ones? Thank you, Wanda. Yeah, you might want to catch it from the beginning. It's kind of wild, but you survive. I know, right? Cherry Blossom. Y'all go over and tip y'all auntie. Thank you, Reese. Reese says she in the race, but she ain't winning it. Just let y'all know. Yes, so y'all hurry up and get everything you need because we about to start this last story of the night. Yes. And then y'all can get y'all last crazy, scary, but true stories of the nights. Yeah. True. All the stories I tell y'all are true. True stories. People say these things to me. They tell me these things. I see people's eyes. I look at the people's eyes and see the fear and hurt and pain. Thank you, Step. When they tell me these stories, it's crazy. But I mean, she had Wanda. Wanda never left her. Wanda did, get older and go get her own apartment, but that was always her mama. She never left Ken. Her and Ken is still close to this day. She never left her. So, okay. So, Ken thinks that when she left, maybe Pastor had somebody watching them, like somebody saw them, like get out and just blend in with people and watch them. And he kept an eye on them for all that time because she had been, trying to avoid any situations that might happen like that. Like if she drove home, she wouldn't drive the same route twice. You know what I'm saying? She'll go to a neighbor's house and sit 5 or 10 minutes to let the cars and stuff just go by before she'll pull out and go into her house. Like she was doing everything she thought would prevent this, them folks from ever finding them ever again to try to hurt them because Pastor had already let it be known anybody got away gonna die. So, she just felt like she had to keep moving like that. And she moved around like that pretty much that 15 years with him, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think Pastor just, he put it together. Of course, Nino got killed, so why wouldn't he be Nino Jr.? You know what I'm saying? Pastor put it together, so they found him. Well, they didn't just move away. When he took the baby, I don't think she knew that they had been found. She didn't know they had been found until he was gone. It's not like she still did everything that she normally did, but he was in school, so he talked to people, he talked to kids. You never know what he could have said that could have attracted attention to them. You never know, you know what I'm saying? But she did everything she thought she could do to protect them and keep them from being found out. But they found him, and I guess he had questions. He was acting weird for like a couple days. So I guess he was trying to figure it out in his head, asking questions, but he was persuaded. So yeah, she hasn't seen him. So yeah. Right. He could have been working. He could have got a job at the boys' school or anything. Somebody from that cult could have been around this boy. You never know. So, I mean, he didn't seem like the type that would just half-ass if he was going to go out and do something. The pastor didn't seem like somebody that would half-ass it. And I guess killing, Wanda and Step would have been so obvious because they had the police involved and, feds got involved and, they was being watched heavily to be kept an eye on. I guess coming after the boy was open game to him. So that's what he did. He went after Junior and convinced him that his mom, found out she was pregnant and that she had been cheating on Nino with him and, didn't want to tell Nino that, she was cheating. So they tried to run away and Nino got hurt. You know what I'm saying? So she just didn't want to bring him back because she blamed him for what happened to Nino. So she kept Nino Jr. away from him. And you know what I'm saying? But he didn't call no more after that. She never heard from him again. No postcards, no letters, no nothing. So even if, she did see him or talk to him, he probably so brainwashed, he would probably want to hurt her. Like, you kept me away from my dad for 15 years. So, okay, guys, we're about to start the last story of the night. If you guys are ready, go ahead and give me those thumbs, give me those thumbs, give me those thumbs. And please don't forget to thumbs up the live. Yes, give me those thumbs, give me those thumbs, give me those thumbs. How y'all liking the story so far? Y'all got one more left. So let me know how y'all liking the story so far. Do y'all believe in astral projection or leaving your body and actually seeing your own body? You know what I'm saying? Moving around. Do y'all believe that? Okay. She's gonna say thoughts. I can't what you say. All right, guys. So the last story of the night has Step. Wait a minute. Yeah, Step, Reese, and Chastain. Step, Reese, and Chastain. Yeah. Yes, I can't do it. Good. You shouldn't be able to do it. That's a good thing. If you can't do it, that means you are trapped. You in the body you're supposed to be in and don't move no more. Chastain, Reese, and Step, walk roll call. Are you ladies in the building? Chastain, Reese with a C, and Step. Chastain is in the building, okay. Step's in the building, okay. Reese, are you in the building? I would love to learn. And I suggest doing more research before you try it. And do a lot of research. Alrighty, guys. We got perfect attendance for another story. Even though one was late for the last one, it was still perfect attendance. And we got perfect attendance for this story, guys. So we're about to get this last story of the night started. Y'all don't forget to thumbs up live. Yes. Well, I'm gonna need for y'all to open y'all mind on this one. Yeah, you can get stuck and all type of stuff. So yeah. Yeah, I have an open mind on this one. So like to hear it, here it goes. Chastain, Reese, and Step. I hope you ladies like his story. Chastain and Reese were homies, best friends, two peas in a pod. If one got in trouble, the other one got in trouble, and that's how they were. Now they came up through middle school the same way. One got the fight, and the other one got the fight. They was besties to the end, right? So when high school happened, Step was new to the school. And Chastain and Reese pretty much was the bullies from middle school that carried over to high school because, everybody that's in middle school pretty much goes to the same high school later on. So Chastain and Reese had a well-known reputation for beating the sleeves off bitches and not giving a fuck, pretty much, right? So they would, walk through the school bullying people, and Step would see them, they would see them pass each other in school. She never had no issue with them. They never ran around in the same groups or nothing like that. She never had no issue with them. Now, Chastain and, Reese started getting their little reputation up for beating up chicks. But one day, some girls jumped Chastain and Reese, and everybody at the school saw it, and they got beat up. And of course, the word started going around, and they were some weak ass bitches, and that they couldn't fight and all kind of shit. So Chastain and Reese was pissed off about this. Now Step saw the fight, but she didn't have nothing to say about it. It wasn't her business. Step made good grades. She was a hard worker. She stayed more focused on her work, so she wasn't worried about none of that shit. It didn't bother her, wasn't entertaining to her, nothing. Chastain and Reese, get jumped on. Word goes around school, they some weak ass bitches, and now Chastain and Reese is mad as hell. They got to figure out a way to get their reputation back up. So they decided to start jumping the girls one by one. They would catch the girls by themselves and jump the girls, Reese and Chastain. So that's what they had been doing. One by one, they knocked these girls out. 5 girls, they jumped. Outside of school, inside of school, wherever they caught them at. If they was at church getting communion, and they was on their knees, and they saw them, bitch got punched in the back of the head while she was drinking the blood of Jesus. Get what I'm saying? So they was knocking them off, left and right. Now, the reputation had climbed a little. People started back being scared of them just a little bit, but not a lot. Folks were still kind of laugh at them when they walked by and stuff. So Chastain and Reese were like, they didn't like the shit. So they started hanging out with like gang members and shit like that. So one of the gang members approached Chastain and Reese and asked them if they want to join the gang. Now Chastain and Reese felt like it's an elevate our status in school. Nobody wouldn't fuck with us at all in school if we did this. Like, we would have so much bad luck that we scared to fuck with us. So that was Reese and Chastain logic behind this getting into a gang shit. Now the set king had a ongoing beef with the manager of a diner in their town, the local town. They had a beef going on with the manager at the diner. He didn't like it. So he told Chastain and Reese, their job to get inside the gang, their initiation was to rob the diner and kill the manager. Chastain and Reese thought about this, and they was like, if we do this, we're going to be infamous. We'll be infamous. Everybody will be scared of us. Like, they're going to talk about us on the news and everything. They were, damn, that's what's up. We can do it. We can do it. And the set king like, all right, cool, get it done. Now, a few days go by, and Step is out with her mom. She has gotten her very first job, her summer job. She's super excited. Her mama's super excited. And they are, walking through the mall, going to get Steps in uniform, pants, and shoes. So as they walk through the mall, they go into this store, and Step sees some, khakis that she could probably wear. So she gets the khakis, and she goes to the back of the store where the dressing rooms at to try to put them on. Well, as she's walking to the dressing room, she accidentally bumps into Chastain. Boom. knock Chastain's stuff out her hand. Chastain gets mad and push Step down before Step could even apologize. She pushed her down. And Step like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean, I didn't see you. I'm sorry. And out of nowhere, Reese comes flying over and she kicks Step in the hip like, bitch, don't be all up on my homegirl like that. So they are screaming at Step while Step is laying on the ground like face covered because she don't know what the hell they gonna do. And Step mama and the manager runs over, and the manager gets Chastain and Reese and put them out the store, told them to get the hell on. So, Step laying down there, her mama get her up, her mama get the pants and the shoes, she buy them, and they go back to the car. When they get back to the car, Step is hurt, she's crying, she's scared, she's shaking up, and her mama trying to soothe her and calm her down, and, calm her down, let her know it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay. And when she calmed down a little bit, her mama said, you see this necklace right here? She said, your grandmama gave me this necklace, and your great-grandmama gave her the necklace, and this is a very special necklace. She said, this necklace has protected us, and I wanted to protect you. It's special, just like you special. And she put the necklace around Step neck. Now, Step thought it was cute, but she was still hurt, from what happened. So they drive on home, and Step, gets in the bed, and she rests up for a couple of days before her first shift. The night of her first shift, she comes downstairs in her uniform. Her mom and dad is so proud. Oh my God, look at my baby, her first job. Look at it. Took bunches of pictures. Oh, look at her. Oh. And she just modeling her little uniform and stuff. And they taking pictures of her. Oh, look at my baby. So they take all their pictures and tell her how proud they is of her before her mama drive her to the job and drop her off. She tells her mom that the job closes at 9, should be done by 9:30. Since she's coming in at 4, she's being trained. So she'll be, be calling her mom to come pick her up around like 9:30. Her mom was like, okay, babe, well, have fun, enjoy your first day of work. And her mom pulls off and Step goes into the restaurant. At 4 o'clock, she clocks in. She's being trained on front cash. So after an hour and a half of her, being trained on front cash, she had that shit like it was nothing. They took the training draw and gave her a draw of her own, and she ran front cash the rest of the day. So by her running front cash, that means she had to clean up the dining room. So around like 8:30, she decides to start cleaning up the dining room. Wasn't really no customers in there, nothing like that. So she decided to start cleaning up the dining room because they locked the doors at 9. She didn't want to have that much work to do. So at 8:30, she starts to clean up the dining room and everything. Around like 8:45, her manager comes out, says, Step, the bathroom is also part of your cleanup, so I'm going to need you to clean the bathrooms too. She said, okay, fine, no problem. She goes in, he tells her, hey, before you go in there, look, we don't close until 9, so listen out for your name. If somebody calls you, you got to come up here and take the order. Yes, sir, I'll do that. So she goes into the bathroom, and she's cleaning up in the bathroom. About a good 10 minutes into her cleaning up in the bathroom, she hears, bah, bah, loud as hell. Now, Step being a normal child, she don't know what the fuck these sounds is. She just heard 2 loud pops. So she puts the mop against the wall. She comes out the bathroom to see what's going on. She steps out. When she steps out, she sees her coworker and her manager laying face down on the floor in a pool of blood. She sees this, and it's like she looks up, and one of the shooters see her. So she turns around and she runs back into the bathroom, and both the shooters chase her into the bathroom. When they get in the bathroom, she's up against the wall like, please don't do anything. Please don't hurt me. Please. She got a hand all over her face. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. She get down on her knees. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. And one of the shooters pulled the mask off, and it's Chastain. She like, oh, you the little bitch I had problems with at the mall, right? Reese snatches her mask off. That is that bitch. Oh, what are the chances? Us knocking off his beef and our beef in the same spot. Bitch, like this is it right here. Like we get to take her out of everything. And the whole time, she steps up like, please don't hurt me. Please, I won't tell nobody who y'all live. I didn't see nothing. Please. Chastain's just like, bah, bah. And Step hears it, but she don't feel no pain. So she just lunges for both of them. She goes at both of them like she's gonna push both of them away, but when she goes to lunge at them, her hands go completely through their chest. You can instantly see Chastain and Reese instantly grab for their chest. She just kept her hands in and just started squeezing. She didn't know how this shit was happening. She was just gonna stop this shit. These bitches, She was squeezing with both hands. You could just see Chastain and Reese like grabbing for their chest, holding on, clenching, scratching at their fucking chest as they go down. She went down right along with their ass, still squeezing till both of them motherfuckers hit the floor. Boom. When they hit the floor, she stood up. She was like, oh. She turns around to like grab her phone off the sink, and she noticed her own fucking body on the floor. This scares the fuck out of her. Like, what the fuck? She jumps down to like check on herself, and her hands go. It's like she falls right back into her body. When she went to put her hands on her body, she fell right back into her body. When she fell into her body, she took a big dirt. She realized she had been shot in the stomach. She was bleeding bad. Her head was hurt. All she could do was grab her cell phone and call 911. Police get there. She goes into the hospital. They put her in a medically induced coma because apparently the second shot hit Step in the head, but it didn't penetrate the skull. It went partially into the skull, but it stopped. It didn't touch the brain or nothing. It just like broke the skull just enough for the bullet to like rest in the skull behind the skin. So her brain, from having that type of trauma, had swelling. So they put her in a medically induced coma until her brain swelling went down. They removed the bullet from her stomach. They removed the bullet from her head. And she was put into this coma for like a good 2-3 weeks. She comes out of the coma. She wakes up. Doctors can't believe she survived. Her mama can't believe she survived. And she's like, Step, are you okay? Are you okay? And Step was like, Mama, what happened? What happened? And her mom was telling her, like, I'm sorry to tell you, baby, but your manager and your coworker was killed. And she was like, oh my God. What happened to Chastain and Reese? And her mama looked at her weird. And then her mama got up off the bed with her and she walked over to the door and she closed the hospital room door. She came back over, she sat back on the bed. She said, what you say? She said, what happened to Chastain and Reese? The two girls that was fighting me and the mama, what happened to them? And her mama looked at her, she said, how do you know who the shooters were, baby? Like, how did you know that? And she was like, Mama. And she told her exactly what happened. Like, I thought she shot me, but then I got up and I was able to grab and like squeeze their hearts real tight. And then I was back in my body. And her mama, like, she was crying, mouth was wide open, but tears was just running down her face. She couldn't believe that shit. And she's like, Mama, what happened? And her mom was like, I believe you. And she's like, you believe me? Her mom was like, I believe you. She said, because it never made sense to me how two perfectly healthy teenagers with no medical histories, no medical problems, have heart attacks exactly the same time. She's like, I knew that shit didn't make no sense. It didn't make no sense. These girls didn't have no heart problems. They didn't have nothing. And both of them have heart attacks in the same fucking day, at the same time, in the same spot. She was like, I knew something wasn't right about it. And she was like, Mama, that's what I swear I grabbed their hearts. And her mom was like, yeah, they found them dead too. Both of them had massive heart attacks, both of them. And when she said that, Step looking at her mom like, for real? Like that like confirmed what she saw happened. What she did happen. It confirmed all that for her. She was like, what the fuck? And suddenly her mama looked over to the bag. It was a bag that had her stuff in it that she had on the night they brought her in. It was her earrings, her earbuds, her cell phone, and that necklace. And when her mama looked over at the bag, the necklace started to glow like a very bright white light. It glowed so bright that Step saw it out of her peripherals and looked over at the bag. And they both looked at the bag, and their light was bright for about a good 15 seconds, and then it went out. Her mama rushed over to that desk, grabbed that bag so quick, opened it up, took that necklace out, and put it around Step so fast. She said, don't you ever take this necklace off. You keep this necklace, don't you ever take it off. This necklace is protection. That's what your grandma meant. It was special. Keep this necklace on. This necklace saved you. Don't you ever take this necklace off. And she has never taken that necklace off since. She has kept the necklace on ever since. Took her a while to heal, but she got out of the hospital. She still, because she was such a determined kid, she was doing homework in the hospital. Teacher was like, no, you need to rest up. She's like, no, I need homework. They was giving her homework, and she was still able to graduate on time, even though she missed so much school for physical therapy and everything. She was still able to graduate on time because she had still did her work while she was out. So she focused on being able to, move her arms and legs and stuff on her own because her motor functions was fucked up from the bullet, hitting that part of the head and skull. Her like motor function was kind of thrown off, so she had to like rehabilitate her body, tell her legs how to her arms and legs how to move again, her speech, all that, but had to come back together. She spoke like a child. Like you just understand what she was saying, but it was soft. It was like, but mommy, so she had to learn how to speak like properly all over again. She did that shit. And she was able to give her speech for because they gave her an award for being strong and all of that. So she was able to speak and speak and get her award for that. So yeah. Chastain and Reese, of course, their mom's dad was hurt. Their parents tried to sue the restaurant, the diner establishment, tried to sue the owners of the diner, saying that if the staff there wouldn't have been so rude and tried to jump their children a couple days before, none of that would have happened. Because apparently they were in uniform and the staff at the restaurants saw their employees go and jump on their children in the mall. And that's what led to all of that. Even tried to come out the step family too, tried to sue them too, saying for wrongful death, because she was one of the ones that jumped on Reese's Chastain. She led to the reason they came up there and felt like they had to take their bully out. It was needless to say, them lawsuits went nowhere. Them motherfuckers didn't come up off the ground a couple inches. They ain't come up off the ground hiding apart. I swear, they didn't go nowhere. Once, any judge got their hands on that paperwork and saw all that shit, they was like, nah, we good. Y'all good. Y'all don't need shit. So they never did get nothing, but they did try. They did try. They tried all of them. So yeah, they ain't get nothing. But yeah. So yeah. Oh, their parents wanted some money. They like, if we're gonna lose our children, we can get some money out the deal. So they tried to sue the company, the people that own the diner, the company, their parent company, and Step family, and all those lawsuits was thrown out. So yeah. Can't get money because a child is a burglar, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you can't get no money from that. But yeah. So that was you guys' last story of the night. Did you guys enjoy the stories tonight? Please tell me you guys enjoyed the stories tonight. Yeah, they tried to step, Reese, Chastain. Did you guys like your story tonight? I'm glad. Thank you, Ken. The cash apps was Chastain, Miss D, Step, Evelyn, and Reese. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Step. Thank you, Reese. Thank you, Indigo. You got them, Tay. Evelyn, Step, Reese with a C, Miss D, and Chastain. Those are the cash apps. And I don't think it was no tips on YouTube. So that was you guys' stories for the night. So did y'all guys want more cult stories? Okay, Tay. Y'all want more cult stories this week? Just let me know so I know where I'm going. And I suck. You stupid. And I suck. Bully and shake my head. I can't with you. All right, well, more cult stories it is. It's gonna get a little crazier, guys, but we can take it. We live for this shit. We can take it. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me for story time. I greatly appreciate it. I will see you guys again on Thursday with more cult stories. So get ready. Don't forget to stop and get all the stuff you need for story time on Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. Okay. So I will see you guys on Thursday. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you guys. Y'all know my motto: stay safe, social distance, and don't snap the sleeves off a bitch unless she earns it. Mwah. I love you guys and good night.